Airports are so much more than just places we fly from. They're critical national assets. But as they get smarter and more digital, they're also becoming huge targets for some really sophisticated cyberattacks. And this is forcing a total rethink of security. We have to move past just reacting to disasters and get way out ahead of them. So the big question is, can a virtual world actually protect a real one? Let's dive in.
To really get why this matters so much, I want you to walk through a scenario with me. It's a hypothetical, sure, but it is terrifyingly plausible. Picture a busy morning at a major airport. Everything's running smoothly until, all of a sudden, it's not. Think about how fast it can all unravel. 8 a.m. sharp, boom, ransomware hits. All the check-in systems just freeze. 15 minutes later, the flight displays are spouting total chaos. And look, this isn't some science fiction plot. Back in 2020, hackers actually took over the PA system at LAX to try and create a panic. So by 9 a.m. in our scenario, the whole airport is at a standstill. It's that cascading failure that's so incredibly dangerous. And we've seen bits and pieces of this play out in real attacks on airports from Seattle to Atlanta. Right, that chaos is exactly what we're trying to prevent. And the key to doing it, well, it might just be this revolutionary technology called the digital twin. Let's break down what that really means.
Okay, so a digital twin, or DT, is basically a digital doppelganger of the entire airport. I mean, think of a perfect, living, breathing, virtual model of everything, from the check-in kiosks and the baggage systems, all the way to the air traffic control networks. It's the ultimate sandbox where you can test literally anything, a new security patch or even a full-on cyber attack, without a single bit of real-world risk.
So, if the digital twin is the sandbox, then generative AI is the engine that makes that sandbox feel completely real. GenAI can cook up all sorts of synthetic data. We're talking virtual passengers, fake network traffic, and here's the kicker, it can actually invent brand new, never-before-seen cyber attacks. This lets us train against threats that don't even exist yet. How cool is that? And that brings us to the most important point here. This is all about a massive shift in strategy. Instead of waiting for an attack to happen and then scrambling to clean up the mess, this tech lets security teams get way ahead of the threat. They can find and fix the weak spots before they can ever be exploited. It's a total game changer. Now, what's really interesting is how this twin becomes this incredible, proactive training ground. It's essentially a cyber gym, a place where security teams can practice, build that crucial muscle memory, and stress test all their defenses against a really smart AI opponent. And this just lays out the difference perfectly. On the left, you've got the old way. You respond after you've been hit. You test new defenses on your live operational systems, which, that is incredibly risky. But on the right, with the digital twin, you simulate threats to find weaknesses first. You test everything in a safe replica, and you train your staff in drills that feel 100% real. So this creates this incredibly powerful feedback loop. All right, step 1, Gen A dreams up a new attack. Step 2, they unleash that attack inside the safe digital twin. Step 3, the security team watches everything unfold, analyzes what broke, and pinpoints all the weak spots. And finally, step 4, they train their own people on how to handle that exact scenario. Then you just rinse and repeat, getting stronger and smarter every single time. But the digital twin isn't just for training drills. It also acts as a real-time guardian, like a digital watchtower that is constantly, 24/7, monitoring the actual airport for any sign of trouble. And this is really the key to its power in real time. You see, the AI and machine learning models inside the twin are constantly analyzing data from thousands of sensors, and they learn what normal airport activity looks like. So the very second, something deviates from that baseline, maybe an unusual data access pattern or a strange login attempt, it gets flagged instantly as a potential threat. But just getting an alert isn't enough, right? The human operators have to trust the AI. And that's where something called Explainable AI, or XAI, comes into play. You can think of XAI as an AI to human translator. It doesn't just pop up and say, hey, there's a problem. It explains why it flagged something, giving the humans the context they need to make faster and much more confident decisions. So when you put this all together, you get this incredibly complete, multi-layered defense system. The digital twin is doing a bunch of key things all at once. It's detecting those anomalies in real time. It's letting teams proactively hunt for hidden threats. It can predict the ripple effects of an attack if it were to succeed. And it can even help coordinate recovery plans across different agencies.
It's the whole shebang. So this technology is obviously incredibly promising. But what's next? What's on the horizon? And maybe more importantly, what are the real-world hurdles we've got to clear to make this a standard feature in every airport?
Well, the future looks even more integrated. We're talking about things like agentic AI. These are autonomous agents that could handle disruptions on their own. Or imagine collaborative twins, where airports all over the globe share threat data instantly to stop a coordinated attack in its tracks. We're even looking at generative design, where an AI could help us build more secure airport networks right from the very beginning.
But we have to be realistic here. There are some major challenges. For one, these systems are incredibly expensive and complex to build, especially when you're trying to integrate them with a bunch of outdated legacy systems. Data privacy is obviously a huge concern. And then you have the risks that come with the AI itself. Like, what if an adversary figures out how to fool your AI? Or what if the models just get less accurate over time? These are tough problems to solve.
Which really brings us to our final thoughts. Our physical and digital worlds are merging faster than ever, especially when it comes to critical infrastructure like our airports. The threats are very real, and they're constantly evolving. So the question we're left with is this: are these digital guardians, these virtual twins, not just a nice advantage to have, but an absolute necessity for our future defense?